What's up, YouTube? Listen, family, today I want to talk to you guys about why it is so difficult to build wealth within black families. Guys, by now, many of you may have saw the fallout between the father and son duo of Master P and Little Romeo. And for me as a father, that's one of the highest offices that we actually occupy. That's one of the greatest titles we hold as men. And so to see that fallout take place, guys, I will not lie. When it went down, it was painful to see. Okay, but that's why I want to talk to you guys today about the difficulties and the challenges that persist within black families when things like this go down, especially revolving around money. Okay, but let's check this out. One thing I'm very happy about is the fact that they were able to close out the year by making amends, squashing the beef, and moving forward, man. And so that brought so much excitement to me, and that's a hell of a way to kick off the new year. Romeo had this to say: in order to be used, you have to be willing to be misunderstood and humiliated sometimes. Noah was mocked for building the boat. Jairus showed us that sometimes we have to be willing to walk through the dead places so that God can show us how he can use every situation. No one ever thought little David could defeat the giant, and we all know the mistreatment of Jesus. My point, I'm willing to fall on my sword for mine. It was never about parent versus child or this false narrative or that. It was about doing whatever had to be done for the growth of my family. Today, December 31st, me and my father, Master P, had a very hard conversation, ironically outside in the rain. But in order for any generation to grow, that communication has to be and had to be reciprocated on both sides, the good, the bad, and the ugly. No matter the journey ahead, our family can truly begin to heal, and I believe many others will use our story as an example to learn from. What a way to close the year. He's absolutely right. This was well said, this was well written, but he's absolutely right. What a way to close out the year, guys. No one wins when the family feuds. And one thing that's unfortunate for me as a content creator, and I'm going to go ahead and go there, those of you with a platform, we got to do better at what we are promoting. We have to use our platform for good. For instance, I saw hundreds of videos and people using this situation to be opportunistic and build their brands off of tearing down a black family. And very few videos, really I saw none, that has talked about them making amends and them moving past their situation and ending the beef. Okay, and so that shows me right there, just with that one example alone, of course I got thousands, that we love and thrive off of negativity. Nobody is making as much noise, videos, commentary about them moving forward and the power in that. And that's the unfortunate piece. Okay, listen, we know that gets you views. We know that can help grow your channel. But guys, at what point do we come to a place of saying, you know what, this is tearing down my brother? This is tearing down my people. As a content creator that does this thing in this space, guys, if you're going to get into that, please also have some balance and use it for good as well. That's all I'm going to say about that. But with that being said, guys, this brings up the point about why it is so difficult though, okay? Master P and Romeo are pillars within the black community from a celebrity entertainment perspective. To see a father-son duo come along and do some of the things and accomplish some of the things those two were able to accomplish collectively, as well as their own individual accolades, is something to be marveled at. Okay, both have had their impact on the culture. But with that being said, it also brings a glaring distinction of why it's so difficult for black families to thrive. Not even going in about the things that Romeo was saying about his dad and the dad was saying about the son and all of that. But number one, letting family business leak out publicly. Guys, what goes on within families, between families, needs to always remain behind closed doors. Okay, that's the number one place we mess up at, because a lot of times, guys, it's really hard to repair that. It's really hard to rebuild from that when we go there. He could have had those same tough conversations, and I'm challenging you all to the same thing. if there's a tough conversation that needs to be had, do what you can to try to have that privately. Because fortunately, guys, people are not here to see you win. They want to see you in misery. They want to see you frustrated. They want to see you down bad. That's when they get the best kick out of watching you go through the struggle. Okay, nobody is here and clapping for your wins. They're not clapping for your successes. Very few are built like that. So they're looking for that. And oftentimes as a people, we give that to them. That's something in 2023 that I hope we cut out and move past. Okay. Also, guys, it's difficult to build because I'll tell you this story. I worked at Notre Dame, and for those that know, that's located in South Bend, Indiana. Okay. And one of the most prestigious universities in the world. Okay. And I was working with young student athletes, high profile student athletes that had the potential, I should say, to go to the next level. The next level meaning they were going to be professional athletes. Okay, and so I was walking alongside some of you guys' favorite athletes, pouring into them, helping them handle the media, helping them handle fame, helping them be ready for the spotlight, give them information about how to manage money, how to manage new family members that's going to pop up out of nowhere because of now their new profound wealth and notoriety. Okay, I was doing that at Notre Dame. But one thing that I saw with the other race of people was that out of all the high profile and elite student athletes under my leadership, all of them said stuff like this. Oh, Chris, you know what? The league is cool. But if I don't make it to the league, I'm going to work for my father's Fortune 500 company or Fortune 200 company, or I'm going to work with my granddad, or they all had that same thing. Okay. And it was something to see. It was something to hear that so many of them were willing to, regardless of what they accomplished in their personal life or their personal journey, they were already willing to keep the family legacy going. The difficulty in building wealth in black families is that I don't often see that being the case with us. Case in point being the fallout with Romeo and Master P. Okay, but it's deeper than that. I'm going to take it off of them and get down to our level. Okay, one thing that I notice is like if mom and dad got a little hole in a wall liquor store or a chicken shop, we are not eager to take that up, carry that mantle, and keep that going. Most times you see an individual shun the work, don't want to continue in that because that is not their passion, that is not their legacy. But guys, if you don't go into the family business and keep it going or do what you can to elevate it, guys, it dies when they die. And that's what happens too often in black families. Okay, another issue that I often see within the black family and why it makes it so difficult to build wealth is that we rather be cool. We rather look and get off into things that socially or carnally appear to be cool, as opposed to getting an understanding, learning the ins and outs and the intricacies of how to actually even run a business. We're oftentimes not interested. If a parent asks you, mom and dad asks you to come up to the shop and help out, we moaning and groaning. Oftentimes we're in situations where we rather do something else or start something from scratch when they already have the ball rolling, and maybe it's your effort, your energy, your newfound innovative ideas that could be the thing that take the family business to the next level. Another reason why it's so hard to build wealth in black families. And then unfortunately, guys, it comes down to money a lot of times. Okay, if it's not socially acceptable, if it's not cool, if it's not fly, one of those things most likely will take us out. But oftentimes the money factor takes us out. Okay, understanding or not understanding that there will be times you're going to go through the struggle. Okay, there will be times where you may not turn a profit. It's funny that only in the black community do we look down on businesses that has zero revenue, when Tesla, Amazon, all kind of you guys' favorite companies or companies that are well known haven't been profitable, took 10 plus years to make their first dollar. And in our community, if you not coming out the gate making $100,000 salary, when a business is a startup, oftentimes, guys, it fizzle out before we even give it a chance to see what it can possibly manifest into. Okay, and that's another challenge and why it's so hard to build wealth in a black family. Okay, think about all the families you know. Think about all the people you know that have family-owned businesses, and how many of your peers, your friends, their kids, their children, their grandchildren is continuing the legacy. And just be honest about what you see from our people in that regards. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to put on you guys today was about the fact that it's extremely difficult to build wealth in a black family because oftentimes we can't get our significant other on board. Let me know down below if you, I don't care whether you're male, female, if you have had difficulties getting your significant other, whether that is to be all in on the business, start investing, start saving, start paying down debt. Sometimes, guys, when you're not equally yoked, that in and of itself creates problems. If you have a significant other that is wanting to pay down debt, that wants to get on this journey, and then the other partner all of a sudden is against it and wants to stay operating in their same old ways, their same old patterns that just perpetuates just continuing the cycle of poverty, that kills the power to build wealth within black families. Okay, I oftentimes see this, guys, on coaching calls. For example, I'll do family coaching calls, like husbands and wives. Okay, and you oftentimes hear one party or the other stating the fact that, you know what, man, I'm looking to get debt free, come up out of all this debt, but you know, my partner, they want to continue to live the life we've been living. Or my man, he isn't into investing, he thinks it's a Ponzi scheme, but I see the power of it. I've seen so many people change their lives, build real wealth, retire early, whatever the case may be, but I can't get him on the board. Or my girl, she just want to buy lashes and she want to buy bags, but she don't want to put that same type of money into growing our emergency fund or growing our investment accounts. I hear this all the time. And again, those are the things that stop you on your journey to building real wealth. Okay, if you are in a relationship, two people got to be on one accord. Okay, you can't have somebody operating left when you're trying to go right. It doesn't add up. Okay, it causes friction. Okay, the things that the Lord has for you comes with no sorrow, so it should actually go smooth. Okay, yeah, you're going to have some hiccups in there, but overall, it should be a smooth ride, not a hectic ride, not a toxic ride, not a combative ride. And that right there in and of itself lets you know if you're on the right track or not. So listen, guys, this whole sit down today, man, was about the fact that on one end, I'm extremely happy to see the father and son duo make amends, squash the beef, and move forward for 2023. Number two, as content creators, guys, we got to be better. Okay, if you're going to operate in this space, please spread some positivity in the atmosphere and have a balance to your approach. All of this tearing down that we sat around doing all 2022, being toxic towards each other, being toxic in the comments, being toxic just in everything we put out, from our headlines to our thumbnails. Guys, you can't elevate. And I'll just be the first to tell you, you won't do anything beyond TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube operating like that. Okay? Again, level up. Please consider leveling up and being the change you want to see in the world. And that starts with you, but more importantly, that starts with what you choosing to put in the atmosphere, how you're choosing to comment on the narrative that's out there. And then last but not least, guys, you have the fact that if people aren't willing to be on the same page, guys, it crushes any chances of building wealth, especially in black families. Okay, so listen, man, I hope this was helpful. I'm extremely happy to see the amends be made between Romeo and Master P. It's unfortunate that it had to come to that, but sometimes it does. Families beef. Families have issues. Families go through things. If we didn't, it wouldn't be family. Okay. However, how we handle those things moving forward is what matters. Okay, so do me a favor. Okay, we always got to look inward. Look and examine yourself. Okay, I do the same thing every single day. All right, look at the role you may have played in any situation that you may be going through. And the number one thing I want you to do is practice forgiveness. Okay, and it ain't even about you. It's just about making sure you're not carrying unnecessary burdens and stresses through your life because you're carrying this weight of anger, hate, resentment, bitterness, whatever it may be. Get that up off you for this year, guys, and forgive. Okay? Don't do it for you. Do it for the fact that you want to just release yourself from that weight holding you down. If you can do that, you can do anything, guys, because everything you do starts with you. But make sure in all you do, you have the Lord in the forefront, okay? Let him do the advancing in your life. Listen, guys, just want to tell you, we make videos like this every day. So if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result. Very few consider the journey. So do me a favor. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys grab some free stock using my link below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.